Yeah, so it looks like we're all good now. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the channel. This is Cash, and today we're on arrival into Dominica. Pretty smooth flight for majority of the afternoon. Took off just a little bit before the scheduled service flight. So we're already on the RNAV for runway 27, the RNAV Yankee runway 27. We're going to be doing an RNAV Yankee runway 27 approach, and then we're going to be breaking off for the runway um, 09er. So we're going to be doing a mountainside approach. We're going to select medium auto brake for this landing today. And we are descending down to 3,000 feet selected here. And then 1,700 for the pattern altitude for runway 09er. Weather in Dominica today is a little bit hot, so we should be expecting a little bit of turbulence as we crest over the runway today. But other than that, or over the mountains, my apologies. Other than that, we should be having some pretty smooth weather as we head in. If you notice, it's pretty clear. However, the clearness just means that it's hot out here. As we come up on 10,000 feet, we're going to go ahead and turn on our stereo cockpit and our seatbelt signs. I'm going to go ahead and switch on our landing lights at this time. I'm going to slow down for landing. For some reason, the aircraft is not maintaining its 250 knots that it's selected for. It is pretty much trying its best to maintain above that, but it's okay. Should be fine while we get in here. Coming up above 7,000, below 7,000 feet here. We're just approaching Adver, which is right about here. And our approach path looks pretty good. The cabin of this aircraft is severely quiet. Selecting the pattern altitude of 1,700 feet or 1,700 feet. Again, we're just going to be making the pattern here. With the fact that this is going to be a pretty hot day, we're expecting some turbulence as we crest over the mountains above Morne Diablo Terre, which is right about here. So once we start getting on that left turn for us to bank in, it's going to be a little bit difficult. But we'll make pretty cool adjustments as we make that way in, so it should be okay. All right, aircraft is now automatically switching to the approach speed of 210 knots, but we are still coming in pretty quick here. Should be able to bleed off on that speed. We got 3 knots of crosswind here, 7 knots of headwind. Again, coming over the mountain, it's going to be different. So, I mean, we can still land runway 27, but we'll figure about it. I think the second flight that does come in, the first flight that comes in, sometimes does runway 27. A lot of the times there are a lot of different pilots who like different, who likes to perform different approaches. I'm gonna go ahead and engage the approach mode, so it's in LNAV and the glide path is armed. Yeah, all right, here we go. So we're making that left roll right now as we head in to follow the approach path. All right, so we just switched to the area QNH. And if you notice, we just blew through that because the aircraft did not slow down in time. Alright, so we're going to sync the head and select here for 282, so we can break off once we hit carrot right there. Right here at carrot, we're going to go ahead and select, so we can go ahead and move over so that we can make that pattern right now. We're going to select for the aircraft to maintain 1,700 because it'll follow the vertical track. Minimum set to 940 and we're going flaps 1. We're selecting flaps 2. And we're flaps 3. As we crest over here, we're going to go gear down. We're gonna select our taxi lights to on, our gear lights to on. As we keep our eye on the approach path here, we're just gonna go ahead and switch the head and select here so we can head west, which is 270 degrees. As we follow that path through, we're gonna go flaps full at this time. All right, we're autopilot off. And we're going into override. Ensuring that the aircraft is trimmed properly for this approach, so that we don't dip our nose too much down in those holes right there. I'm having a little issue with my flight controls here, but it's okay.
Caution, taxiway. Caution, taxiway.
Approaching minimums. 500.
We're focused here. We're just quiet.
400.
Too high, too fast, too fast, unstable, unstable, approaching, 0, 9.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. 100. Sink rate. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Long landing, long landing. Six hundred meters remaining. 300 remaining.
All right, always an interesting landing here. And there goes the famous braking system of the
On runway,
Jets.
0, 9. 0 meters remaining. 7.
Alrighty out. So we're just gonna clean up our aircraft here right now. And for some reason, I lost the right aileron input while we were coming in, but it's fine. I think that should just be a part of my controls, my hardware. Cleanup is being done right now. Let's ride it over here to our right as we get into the parking for American Airlines. Parked a little bit too far forward, but that should be okay. But I mean, they do park further up, but I'm guessing that where we're at, don't know that. Alright, so this is gonna be our flight here today in the Embraer 175. Had a pretty smooth approach all in all, but we're having ourselves a ball right now. Let's open those two because apparently it does not want to open them. But alrighty, guys, so we're gonna be heading out right now. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream. If you were here for this flight and landing, if you